Welcome to Hull Beach Parish Council's Public Relations and IT Committee meeting. Item 64, apologies for absence and reasons given.
We don't have any.
No, we're all here. Minutes from the previous meeting. Have we all read those and any comments?
I'll propose.
We propose.
I'll second.
Sorry, I'll bring you later.
Later, okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
Declarations of interest. To receive any declarations of interest in accordance with the requirements of the Localism Act 2011 and to consider any requests for dispensations in respect of pecuniary or non-pecuniary interests in the agenda items.
None here.
None? Item 67, to receive an update on the photography competition for a Hull Beach calendar and to resolve to agree on the judges.
So I think we've asked
I think we
Dave, Tesco's Dave, haven't we, before he
Yeah.
retires.
Mm-hmm.
He's an excellent choice because he's
Yeah.
well liked in town, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who approached him?
Sam.
Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And
And he's accepted, doesn't he?
he's accepted, yeah. But he wants to know if it's definite, doesn't he, apparently?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, he was retiring this month.
He is.
so-
He is, but he's going to be in Hull Beach for 12.
Is he?
He's doing his
How
house
do
up before he moves to Hunstanton.
Okay. Does anybody know where he lives or how we can contact him?
I'll nip into Tesco's tomorrow and ask him.
Okay.
That's the easiest one.
Okay.
And I'd like to say, suggest that as a gesture of goodwill, we ask Sam to be one of the judges,
If she was.
if she wants to.
What, Farrell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm happy with that.
Mhm.
And we also said the new vicar,
Hmm?
who's due tomorrow
To speak to Jan.
to speak to Jan. Would you
Mm-hmm.
ask her? What's that?
Can I have a proposal for those, please? Thank you. Thanks, Mark.
There have been a few extra photographs coming, I think.
Yeah. We've got 11 now.
There was a lovely aerial photograph that somebody sent.
Mm-hmm.
I've not had a look, to be honest.
It's sort of ground to a halt a little bit, hasn't it?
Do we need to stick it on Facebook again and refresh it?
Well, now, as soon as we probably know on judges, which shouldn't take too long to confirm, we could then probably look at doing another release on Facebook press and then kind of boost it again. Because then we'll have more information to give people. won't we?
Yeah.
I've got the poster which I shall put up in Hull Beach St John's
Mhm.
later on. Any other comments on that at all?
No.
Okay. Item 68, to receive an update on the Youth Council. I guess we've got to decide
Yeah, we need
whether
to
we go
go.
and see them or they come and see us.
Yeah. It's been a bit hectic recently, hasn't it? So once I think we're probably at a point now where we can go back to them and see when we can get scheduled in for either or,
Yeah.
and get some dates together. So
Maybe we go see them first. And
Yeah.
then- I think she did mention afternoons, didn't she?
I think Friday lunchtime. I know they meet, and then afternoons
Yes.
generally is better. So if we via email see who's available to go in,
Mhm.
and then we can speak to them and arrange dates to go in.
Take it move.
You've got the contact for the lady that we...
Yes,
Teamed
yeah,
with-
we've got the emails. Yeah, so
Okay.
we've got the contact details.
Okay, good. Item 69, to receive an update on councillor bios, which is sort of stuck, I think, at the moment.
I think,
We're missing 3.
yeah, I've got mine done, and I'm just, because there's a few extras that I need to put up on the website. I think I just need them from Jan. Because, but
okay.
I think, did you say that you had them and then you forwarded the bios
I
to
did.
Jan?
Yes.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and then, because I've got some from my emails that I found to put on the website, but then there's a few other people who have done bios, but I just don't have them.
You let me know
Okay.
who it is. and-
Yeah, I'll sort that out, and then I can get those up on.
Rachel, Tim and Evelyn, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the
Done
three,
it,
I
yeah.
haven't done one.
I did try and twist Rachel's arm, so
Oh,
maybe
no.
she'll do it, I don't know. I don't think Eva ever will. I'm sure it didn't work, but there we go.
You can always ask at the next full council meeting if they're
Yes,
there.
yes, I'll do that. I'll make a
It needs to go on the agenda, doesn't
Sorry?
it? It needs to go on the agenda for the full council meeting about bios and photos.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise we're not going to get anywhere, are we?
I can bring it up in my report, can't I?
Because if I get the last ones that we have up on the
Yeah,
website before the full council meeting, then it would just be those who
Yeah.
haven't done one.
yes. But would are we allowed to mention names then, or
What names of people
people who
who
haven't done it?
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess so.
Don't see why not. You're not breaking any confidentiality.
I mean, it will be obvious from the website which ones
Yeah.
haven't done them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name and shame.
Yeah.
Because there's no logical reason why they don't want it there.
Oh,
I can understand the photo,
yes.
but I don't understand why they wouldn't want to disclose their bio.
It's basically what you'd put in when you become a councillor
Yeah.
and you want to say why you want to become a
Yes.
councillor.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
it's same situation.
Right. Item number 70, to receive an update on press releases. So we need to decide, I think we have already, haven't we, what's going to,
So I think we've got the one for the Jubilee, which you've all read,
that's going to go, yeah, that's going
which
to
that
go
will
to the
go
Village
this
Voice.
week. And then we can, once we probably know about judges, we
Yeah.
can get another one done for the photography competition. And then we'll pretty much be at the full council meeting, so it's just, is there anything of interest being agreed at full council? I think we'll have to, when the agenda comes out, we'll review it, and if there's something you want to put a bit of a piece about, ready for any questions that come in, then we can
Yeah.
just prep that, but.
Any other thoughts?
I'm happy with where we are at the moment.
Good. Item 71, to receive an update on the notice board for Hall Beach Drove, which we have. I've got the contact details now for the owner, so I will contact her again, but we need
You need to ask
It needs to-
formal from
full
full
council.
council to ask
Okay.
permission so that it's minuted, it's all
And
documented.
do we need somebody like Colin to install it as well?
Well, I haven't looked at it, but I'm pretty handy with the drill. I should imagine it's quite...
Okay.
Obviously, I need to meet the owner to find out where she wants it
Yeah, yeah.
put up, bearing in mind that the defibrillator will be going up there as
Yeah.
well. I presume it's 2 screws at the top and 2 at the bottom.
Yeah, I think so.
Does that need to go on to full council agenda then?
Yes,
Yeah.
which is what, the 14th?
Mhm.
So we can get it up this month. Can I mention the defibrillator at this point?
Not really on the
Okay.
general.
Can I bring it up at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, item 72, to receive an update on last week's Hall Beach Parish Council Forum.
Yeah, there was 3 of us that was there. There was myself, Sam and Rachel. There wasn't a great deal of locals at the venue because most of the people that are there are, you know, sort of like people that are residing in the caravans or...
This was the bingo, wasn't it?
Yeah. We did speak to a few. A couple had some issues over local planning, which was sort of like, you know, we just advised a little bit of to speak to citizens' advice for them,
Mhm.
issues that they had. And there was a couple of names that was passed forward for potentials for, you know, for potential councillors. So they've been spoken to like informally at the venue. So whether they want to follow through with that, we'll follow that up in due course. But other than that, nothing really else to report.
So we need to discuss future forums and where they can be held. I've approached Holby St John's Village, and unfortunately they don't have Wi-Fi, so the full council meetings are not possible, are they?
Really, we need Wi-Fi for everyone to...
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we could certainly use it for a forum.
Mhm.
£12 an hour. And they have very little booking, so
Mhm.
if we can decide when, a date and time, and then make sure that we advertise it properly.
Mhm.
I'll have a word with a few people in the village. Can we set a date for that?
Yeah.
Are weekends best?
Yeah, I suppose it's.
What they do have
Yeah.
once a month, which is actually run by the church, is a Sunday lunch.
Actually, that could be quite good.
And they usually get, I think they had 80 at the last one.
Okay.
We could do it at the beginning or the end of that to make sure
Mhm.
there are actually some people there. Again, they're not all locals, they tend to come from wide and far for a £5 Sunday lunch, £3 Sunday lunch.
But at least if you tag it onto an event, you've got definite people coming.
Yeah,
Whereas if we just sat in there on our own, you might
I think we
not.
might be sitting in there on our own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I find out when
When that
the
is.
next one is, which I think will be, I think it'll be Sunday the 27th
March.
of March. It might be the 20th. I'll find out from my neighbour and then we can put something on Facebook and I can put something up on the notice board as well. Good.
If you can raise that in your report as well,
Yeah.
full council, then you're going to have press coverage on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to, on full council agenda, to agree to that?
Agree that date. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And who's going to go?
Yeah.
Well, that's the councillor for the ward.
Yeah.
I mean, I would obviously go, but 3 again maybe.
Mhm.
So, item 73, to resolve to recommend full council review of the following policies. Has everybody read these?
I've read them all.
Yeah.
I did have trouble with the second one formatting. That could just be,
Was that the community engagement and communication
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
yeah, it all came through all screwed up on my iPad. It,
Okay.
it could be an Apple issue.
Yeah, it's opening on here, so.
Is it?
It opened on mine, okay, on
I
this.
can't, you know when LCC send things through,
Yeah.
I can't read it off my phone.
No, that is true.
It scrambles everything.
Yeah.
Gobbledygook, isn't
Yeah.
it?
My LCC are still on Office 2010, they're not.
I mean, once they're saved as PDFs, they should open
Yeah.
better, to be honest.
So if we go through number A, abusive, persistent or
Happy with that?
vexatious complaints policy, I read through that and
Yeah.
I don't think anything
Mhm.
needs
No change?
No
change for that.
No.
Okay. And the next
B
one.
is community engagement and communications policy.
I was quite happy with that.
I think that's quite straightforward.
Yeah, I think the only things with that one is just where I'm sure it refers to deputy clerk and just change it to assistant and that's it.
Got such a delay on this. Yes, it does.
Yes.
Clerk and deputy clerk in conjunction with,
Yeah, so it does it for website, social media.
so this, there's just two
Yeah,
references.
so.
So that becomes assistant.
Yeah, it's not mentioned again, is it?
It does say on notice boards that we will put contact details of the clerk, parish councillors. Don't think we've actually got our parish councillors on the notice board, have we?
Who they are? No, not the one round here.
When we've got all the bios together and all the photographs together,
We
we
can
can
put
do
it-
so,
Mhm.
can't we?
Yep.
Item C is policy on handling freedom of information requests.
That's fine, but we do need to add how much we're going to charge
Yes.
Mhm.
to the policy itself, don't we?
Can you
Yeah.
just confirm that was 2 hours
2 hours free
and
and
then
then
£25?
an hour after
Yeah.
that.
Digital search is free,
Yeah,
2 hours free, and then £25
up
an
to a
hour.
maximum of
Yeah.
400, wasn't it?
450 was it?
So we haven't got that in at all?
No, we haven't.
No, but it has been agreed though, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in cost of freedom of information request, that's that one. And
So,
public complaints one.
yeah, D is public complaints and concerns procedure.
Mhm. I think that's
No,
okay.
I have no comments to make on
Good
those.
as is.
Mhm.
And E is publication scheme.
Right.
Only thing I can think of again with the publication scheme is the bit at the bottom with charges. If we put in about freedom of information requests in there as well,
Yeah.
just so it's doubled up and people can see. But you've got annual return is a question mark. Photocopying is question mark P per A4 sheets, black and white. So,
I haven't got that in the reformatted ones.
no, it's not in reformatted, it's in the, if you go back to the previous folder, it's just in there.
Can I just go back to B, the communication policy?
Yeah.
Because I've got a feeling there, it says about the notice board in, at the crossroads.
Yeah.
We're going to an electronic version
Oh,
of it.
yes, yeah. So,
Does that not want to be changed at some point going forward?
it's, yeah,
Change, which one's that,
I
Rick?
think it's the communications policy.
yeah, it says the clerk will maintain an up-to-date notice board located on Market Hill Junction. So,
So it'll still be a notice board, won't it?
should be a notice, it won't be on
Yeah.
Market Hill.
No. So it just really just needs the location changing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can we put anything in about posting on notice boards in the outlying villages as well?
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm happy to do Drove and St John's.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say the clerk will maintain an up-to-date notice board in Holwich Town Centre
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
outlying
Or-
villages
Yeah.
or something.
Norwich Town
But I did say I would do those because you've got enough to do.
Sorry?
I did say I would do those
Yeah.
outline because
Mhm.
you've got enough to do.
I need to grow some longer legs.
Roller skates.
And what's the publication scheme?
Publication scheme is just the charges at the bottom. If we add in the charges for freedom of information requests, and then it's just, are you charging for photocopying and issuing of the annual return, etc.
The annual return is always on the website.
Then we can just put, well, yeah, so I suppose it's, is it on there? So it's on the website, I suppose it's if people want, you could probably just remove the annual return and say if they want paper copies of stuff, are you going to charge for issuing those paper copies, basically then?
Are we allowed to?
Yeah, because it was a standardised publication scheme that I got from the ICO, so you can do a charge per sheet.
10p.
It's
Not
whether
much
you
of a
feel
photocopy cost, isn't it?
I don't know. I've had a copy for years.
Maybe 50p these days.
our ink's not expensive, but
No, but if you suddenly get a request for load,
if you get a request for like 100 sheets or something,
Yeah,
then, yeah.
So annual return, just put on website, and photocopy and 10p per A4 sheet. Yeah.
Single-sided.
Yeah. What was it on there, 7p?
No question mark.
Question
Oh,
mark.
question marks, I
Yeah.
can't see that.
No, it's difficult when you.
10p aside,
Yeah.
Mhm.
in black and white only.
Yeah.
Side. Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Right. Item 74. to re-
Sorry, could I have a proposal and a
Oh
second
yes,
on
I
that?
propose that.
I'll second.
All agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Item 74. To resolve to recommend to full council to abolish or withdraw the following policies.
Mm-hmm.
A. Internet user policy.
So that's because that's been incorporated into what will be the new handbook when we review it. So.
All agreed on that?
I agree on that one.
Yeah. B is the tablet usage policy.
Now, I do have a slight concern on that because later on we're going to be talking about cyber attacks and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
Mm.
I think we should have a small policy saying about antiviruses and whatever software should be installed.
So, I mean, it was whether you want to combine something into your handbook and the internet usage policy, because I think it has about computer equipment.
That's
Owned
only
by
for employees though, isn't it?
No, but it's computer equipment owned by the parish council has to
Okay.
have, and technically these are owned by the parish council.
Yeah.
So would that cover enough of what, without needing a new policy?
Yeah, we just need to add in,
Make sure it's there.
need some sort of virus protection, don't we?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because these are all Android ones, aren't they?
Mm.
So I don't know what runs on Android.
Personally don't use Android.
No, I don't.
Because to me, like with the handbook, when it says about you should be installing software onto it, etc.,
Yeah,
that should apply to councillors as well as
it should do,
employees.
yeah,
So,
most definitely.
I mean, the majority of stuff in there
Yeah.
should do, so if it's there.
Yeah, should it be used for council business as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want me to find out what
Yes, please.
the best virus software is for an Android?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was an issue this week with the chair, wasn't there, and his email being
Mm.
hacked.
Yeah. Which again, I suppose the whole point of the tablet usage policy, the reason it came into force is originally we could only use our emails and stuff from the tablet, but now most councillors use it on various different devices that might be their personal device. So you can restrict it enough that if it's on a council device, then you follow the rules in the employee handbook. If it's not, you've just got to make sure your general email system is secure enough. So.
I only use this now, so. Okay. And printed notice policies, item C.
It's pretty much in the community engagement policy, because that goes through all the different ways of which we communicate with people, including printed notices in the notice boards, etc. and stuff
So they
like
can
that.
go, can't it?
It's duplicated.
Any other comments at all on any of that? No.
Propose.
Second.
Agreed.
Item 75, to discuss the council's risk to cyber attacks and to resolve to recommend ways forward to full council.
Nothing, doesn't it? So I think the 2 office laptops, or the 3 office laptops as they are now, aren't they? Should all have some form of antivirus software installed. For those of you who got it at home, I use that Komodo because it's totally free. Checks any websites you're going on, double check your emails, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite good because we don't want to be using that. There's one begins with K, Kapusky, something like that. It's Russian, we don't want that on it. Do we?
No.
So that would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, with emails and stuff, we can set up two-step verification on the Microsoft emails.
Can we?
Yeah. But then it's just, it gets very annoying.
It does.
Because it signs you out all the time.
Yeah.
And I know Jan had it on her one when we first set it up, and it's like text every now and again.
Yeah.
So,
It's a pain in that two-step verification.
yeah. As long as people have a secure password and they
Yeah.
change it if they do get hacked or anything,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem.
We could always bring in that passwords need to be changed at, I don't know, every 3 months.
Yeah.
So this suggestion goes on to the full council agenda.
Mm.
You want to change the password every 3 months?
Yeah, and you can't use a previous one.
3 months, 6 months?
Well, I don't know, I mean,
The website's every month and that gets very
It
confusing.
does.
Premier Foods when I was there, it was every 4 weeks.
Really?
And you were locked down if you didn't change it. Especially on their accounting software.
So change password
Difficult to
every
remember in
3
one.
months. Every
Yeah.
3 months.
Every 3 months.
Okay.
And then hopefully we won't get the Stephen situation, will we?
We don't have to tell me how to do that on here because I'm the faintest.
It's
I
quite
guess-
easy.
I guess as admin, you just go in and you just reset everybody's, which
Yeah, but-
forces them to put in a new one.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do that actually.
Yeah, it just comes up and tells you.
Okay.
Because then you could just
You
go
have to do
through
it
and do
twice.
everybody's and then they would get, they're forced to do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
basically.
As long as you announce it at a full council meeting that you tend to do it the next day.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that everybody's aware and can.
As long as you don't disclose what you set it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so change every 3 months and
Announce at full council
yeah.
meeting,
Mm-hmm.
starting from next financial year.
Like this is time.
Not long, is it?
4 weeks.
So starting with the April meeting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Item 76, items for discussion and agenda item requests.
The only one I've got is to remind people that they need to respond to emails within,
I think last time we said, was it 48 hours?
We
was
did.
recommended?
but it's not happening, is it?
No.
I mean, certainly in Fosdyke, we didn't have anything like that. Nobody ever replied to anything, but we said 48 hours.
Yeah.
So if the clerk got an email, she had to reply within
Mm.
48 hours.
It's fair enough, isn't it? 48 hours
It
is
is
not
very
long.
annoying when you spend time
Yeah.
writing to councils and they don't respond. So I think, if we've got our back,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what happens then when people still don't?
Not much you could do.
Well, we can't sack them, can we, unfortunately?
No, we can't. No.
Excellent.
It also wouldn't hurt to say in there that all councillors are expected to read the supporting documentation prior to any meeting that they are
Are those
attending.
sort of things that we can put in standing orders or not?
Yeah.
Because it's for councils, isn't it?
Mm.
So we will review them in April anyway, so we can
Tag them on in there.
tag them in.
They're not in there at the moment.
Must read supporting documents.
Mm-hmm.
20 meetings they are attending. Because again, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to read the supporting notes,
No,
because that's part of our jobs, isn't it?
you can't debate it if you don't know what
You
you're
haven't read
talking
it.
about.
No, of course you can't.
No.
You can't vote on it, can you?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring those things up in my little report as well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Mark? No?
No, I don't think so.
Sophie?
No,
I'm fine with that.
Rick?
No, nothing else.
So, item 77, to confirm the date and the venue of the next PR and IT committee meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So when's the full council of April?
Second Monday, isn't it?
So that would be
It will be the 11th.
So we need our 2 weeks, do we, before?
Yeah, so you've got
Yeah.
week beginning the 28th. You've got, on the Monday, you've got open spaces and planning both on the same
And we've not got
day.
finance on that day as well. First Monday of the month.
No, this is the 28th.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like finance is the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 29th, the Tuesday's fine.
29th I can't do.
Moving
I'm up in
forward.
Dunhull and then I've got an appointment after work, so
Could Karen do it? As her first
I'd
meeting,
like
if we
to.
sit with her?
I'd like to be with her the first time.
Okay.
all of the first
Well,
ones,
all the
yeah.
first
Alright.
ones, and then she can take over.
Okay.
30th?
30th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same sort of time, is that right with you, Mark? 'Cause
We can do it a little bit later if you want.
5 o'clock would be better.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine. So Wednesday the 30th at 5 o'clock. Excellent. So meeting closed at 17:09. Thank you very much.
thank you.